Hello everybody, welcome back to the Redmen TV and your player ranking show after Liverpool absolutely battered Man City 2-0, and even that feels like an understatement, to be honest with you. We were miles better than them, properly outclassed them, outplayed them, outfought them, outran them, everything outed them. We were brilliant, they were not. And Erling Haaland, stay humble, my friend, stay humble. This is the part of the day where I pick up a player's face behind me and you tell me where to put him from boss, sound. I'm not even going to mention the bottom one because it's an absolute waste of time. Nobody's going here. In fact, okay, not even worth my looking at it. Let's do it. Let's start. Kevin Kelleher. I'd seen a moment ago, by the way, somebody put, what in the 2012 EDM is that? And I like the phrase, I like the terminology, but I'd love to know what you're actually referring to. So if you could let me know in the chat, that'd be amazing. Nico gets us going. Haaland is still in VVD's pocket. Virgil van Dijk, man of the match. We'll get to that. Thank you very much, Jack. I'm glad you like the jumper. ReddenMerch.com. I'm not a big plugger on these shows, you may have noticed, but it is on ReddenMerch.com, and it is 20% off like another day or so. So if you want one, go and sort yourself out. Fair enough. I'll bear that in mind. Kevin Kelleher. Another. Oh, the advert music, of course it was. Yeah, good shout. Well done. Yeah, another clean sheet for Keith. Alisson Becker, penny for your thoughts, mate. Yeah, what do you think? Top boss, special K boss. I did put a video out on our socials of Anfield singing Ireland's number one, which was nice. And yeah, very, very impressive once again. Wayne Kerr says boss when needed. Yeah, I think it's hard to argue with that. I think even sort of his playing out from the back, because there was little elements of that. City half tried to press. It was nowhere near the same levels of intensity as we managed to sort of get to when we were pressing them at the back. But still, I felt like there was a little bit of that, and he's just so calm, cool and collected in those moments. It's hard to argue with what everyone is saying. And Nico, this, like the biggest compliment we can pay Liverpool, really, is we're only talking about, I think it's 2 shots on target you have to deal with. And one of them he does very well for, the one-on-one with Kevin De Bruyne. But really, did he have to do a lot? Not really. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. He just does things calmly. He does the most uncalm, which proper isn't a word, but you know what I mean, the most excitable I've ever seen Kevin Kelleher was actually midweek post-killing Mbappe save, because you're right, he does everything at like one level, and he just remains, which is what you want for your keeper. You don't want Pickford fucking head the ball constantly. Kelleher just remains that one constant, but then Mbappe penalty save, that was, yeah, a bit different. Kevin Kelleher, mid-boss, quite nice, but he did what he needs to do. That'll do for me, my friend. That will do for me. Where's Trent Alexander-Arnold? There he is. Got him. What do we reckon? Taking off in the second half. Clearly not ready for 90 minutes, having been out for a month. About a month. Ali can be the cup keeper. Yeah, I'll let you say that. Trent boss, Trent sound, Trent was low boss. Yeah, by the way, I didn't say before, it's, yeah, tell me whereabouts, don't just tell me where. I know we've been doing that, but I just want to make everyone aware. Can I just say top boss for everyone? Absolutely you can, yeah. It won't come to pass because I haven't got enough room for that on the thing, but you can say it, say what you want. So literally whatever you want. High sound, good return. Listen, somebody said not spectacular. I'm sorry, 2 of their passes, one of which was literally allows us to score the first goal, and the pass a few moments later which nearly got Salah in behind, they were spectacular. Properly spectacular. And that's the difference for me. I'm not going to stand here and sort of be critical or talk down on or negative about Conor Bradley, because the kid is brilliant, and midweekend Real Madrid is one of the best individual performances I've seen for a Liverpool player for a long time. However, what he doesn't possess, what no footballer in the world apart from a handful possess, is the ability to just completely bypass an entire team like Trent Alexander-Arnold does, and he did it twice today. The fella's a fucking joke. Like, I'm sorry, he just is. And I know there's so much background noise with the contract and all that sort of stuff, but the fella, the ability he possesses is an absolute farce, to be honest with you. It really is. And yeah, I'm not going to carry on. Yeah, defensively, I thought it was good. I thought Doku got the better of him once or twice, but again, that can happen. Wingers do that. Yeah, at that point exactly there, Adish. But I thought defensively he was pretty sound. And maybe it was a bit of getting another centre-back on to help deal with Doku, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I thought he was brilliant, and Palou, absolutely spot on. Just shouldn't be allowed some of them passes, mate. Shouldn't be allowed. I think a low boss, just straddling sound. We'll go with that, shall we? Joey Gomez, running it back to 1920. Ironically, maybe. The back four, yeah. The back four of old. Trent, Joey, Virgil, Robbo. Nice to see. It's nice to see. Get a bit nostalgic with all that, don't you? Yeah, what do you think of Joe? For somebody who doesn't play loads of footy anymore, and for somebody who hasn't started for quite some time, certainly not in the Premier League, I think Brighton was his last start in the Carabao Cup, I thought he handled himself superbly. I really, really did. Against, again, not a City team anywhere near its best right now, but a City team that still has a lot of quality and a lot of players that pose a lot of problems. So I thought he was brilliant. The prime distributor from the back, I like that. Gomez, boss, extra speed is so welcome at centre-back. Boss man Joe, high boss, mid-boss, low boss. Well, we've just had a high boss, a mid-boss and a low boss, one after another. What do I deal with that? You know what I mean? Well, how can I deal with that? Gomez, boss, wasn't worried at all. Mid-boss for Joe, boss simply because of the passes. I love Joe so much. He's a great squad player. Yeah, he is. And I do fear, actually, that last line there could be more. That's my main fear with Joe Gomez. The fact he will just want to be more. But I guess it depends how much footy you can get between now and the end of the season. Gomez, boss, no. Joe Bossmez? I feel like that's a stretch, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'm in a good mood, so I'll allow it. Let's go there for Joey. I thought he was slightly better than Trent. But Trent was brilliant as well, so you know. We're clutching. We're clutching. I'm going to Andy Robber there. That's a mistake. Virgil van Dijk is who I wanted. Yeah. Speaking of being a joke, this guy. Where's your messing? Says Quaz. I felt like it was unnecessary. If you really want me to pick it up off the floor, be my guest, and you can ask. You can drive it and get it yourself if you want, because I won't be doing it. Virgil van Dijk. Yeah. Superb, wasn't he? Basically, I was trying to think of a way of not swearing then, but I found it impossible. Obviously, he has that almost catastrophic moment and an absolute brain fart, and allows De Bruyne to run at Kevin Kelleher. Kevin Kelleher bails him out the shit. I would love to think that Kelleher, post-game, has gone up to Virgil and said, listen, mate, I'm not being funny. Don't try that shit again. Not on my watch. When Alisson's back, you do what you want to do, man. But you jeopardise my clean sheet like that again, we're going to fall out. All right? Because other than that one stupid moment, he was exceptional. The only other slight criticism I've got of Virgil is the fact that he didn't score like 4 goals. Because he could have. And he probably should have. I think this is the second header in particular where he's completely free. He's unmarked. What City are doing, leaving this guy with the freedom in a 6-yard box, I don't quite know, by the way. And he did everything but score. I think even he, when he was getting back up, was like, how have I not scored? Because it's a powerful header down. No, Steve Tomlinson, no, we're aware of that, mate. We're just taking it in our stride, one game at a time. We're not getting carried away. We'll just wait until the big teams actually come, and then we'll see where we're at. But for now, yeah, just enjoying it. Just enjoying the ride. Yeah, Virgil, anyway. The highest of the lot so far, please? Someone tell me. Arguably man of the match, Van Cruyff. Yes, there was a watch-along, John. That exists. You might want to wait off on the goal reactions search, you know, because I think, I might be wrong, I think a video with the goal reactions by itself is coming out soon. So yeah, maybe don't go scrolling through. Just wait. Patience is a virtue. He was worse than Joe, says Crystal. I'm not sure. Highest boss, says Sam. Boss. I like that. Virgil, top boss. Okay, let's pop in there for now, and then we'll deal with the man of the match things later, which will give us a clearer picture of what exactly we thought. Andy Robertson. Little lower than Kelleher, says Baldwin. Michaela, highest so far. Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I feel like that. Full of Dutch courage. Come on. Do better. Do better. But you've been very vocal today, Peanut Butter, and a lot of it's been better than that. That's bang average, I'll be honest. And I'm all for a terrible pun, or play on words, or whatever, but that's shite, that. Robbo, mid-boss, boss. High boss, but not top. Okay, we'll deal with that later. You know what? That is such a good point. The pass he plays to Cody Gakpo around the corner from what must be 50 yards is an absolute joke. Andy Robertson of old is what that is, to be honest with you. But it's actually better than anything he used to do. If we'd have scored from that, I wouldn't have done these shows because I'd still be out there watching it now. I'd have been with the Hitching Baz before with the porn comment. Like, I couldn't have done the show physically. Certainly not from the waist down. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And even Gakpo's touch on the back of it was brilliant as well, and the shot just gets blocked or saved. I can't remember quite which one, but honest to God, like, that deserved an assist. It deserves Ballon d'Or. Chat, to be honest with you. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant, honestly. I think he's angry, and angry Robbo is what he wants. I made the point earlier on, actually. Diaz is an amazing game, and I will put him on the board in a second. Boss around Trent level. Thank you very much, Hitchin Baz. Sorry if I threw you under the porn bus a minute ago. It might not have been you. But I made a point about Robbo, what feels like hours ago now, but it actually was not long ago. Pre-season, when he didn't play in the first of the double headers of the pre-season games at Anfield, he was fuming because he felt like, I don't know, Costas was ahead of him, usurped in the pecking order, whatever. And I feel like he's heard a lot of the speculation and the noise around his future, and that's made him angry. So I actually quite like your point. He's got a point to prove again. He wants to show people that he isn't done, and his best days aren't behind him, and he's still very much got a role to play in this team, this squad, this first 11. And I think today was a performance like that, actually, because I thought he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I thought he was more, again, back to his old self, which is nice to see. I'm going to pop him there for now. Nice beard on that picture as well, Robbo. We've done him well there. You should be pleased with that. Where's Ryan? Here he is. Do you know what's funny with Gravenberch, right? Listen, I promise I won't bring it up ever again. Ever again. I'm so sorry. It was funny though. Yeah, the Gravenberch thing, sorry. So, what's so good about Gravenberch? I'm going to pay him a weird compliment here in a way. And we'll talk more about how good he was today, because I thought he was incredible. I really do. I thought he was incredible. Some of the turns and the way he left Phil Foden clutching for air was just brilliant. But what's so great about him, is the early season, we were all getting carried away, and in the best possible way, and nobody was getting ahead of themselves. We were absolutely spot on our assessment of how good he was, because he was. But it was because it was so new, and because he did have a bit of a stop-start season last year, he never really got going, couldn't nail a place down in the side, couple of injury problems, never really found a position, show flashes, but whatever. So we were all like, wow, who's this? It's Ryan Gravenberch, the new guy, Clarence Seedorf, whoever you want to compare him to. But it's just become so normal now to see him at that level that we're not talking about him in the same way. And again, in the best possible way. Like, yeah, I just feel he was class. And he just is class now. It's become the norm. That's what I'm trying to say. His performances being a constant 8.5 to 9 out of 10 is just standard now. Exactly this. I'm just seeing the comment here. Like, the consistency, yeah. And what the Thiago thing is a point. Thiago was more injury related, why he couldn't put a run of games together. Of course it was. But I take the point. Yeah, this Hitchin Baz, you've redeemed yourself in your earlier comment. Just this is his level now. And it's become, the things he's doing are no less remarkable than what he did at the start of the season. But because we've seen it, it's like, okay, yeah, right, it's Gravenberch, innit? Obviously, he's doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my roundabout way of saying he's fucking brilliant. Turning Birch, Jesus Christ. He's going there, and we'll deal with it in a minute. He reads the game. Listen, he does everything so well, Josh. That's the beauty of him now. I had such doubts about him heading into the season in the 6 role. And I know it's a different type of 6, which helps. But I had so many concerns about his defensive acumen and his sort of understanding of having like wing mirrors on and what's behind him and the awareness. But yeah, listen, I wasn't making this comparison, by the way. It's a comparison other people were making. And lots of other Dutch midfielders as well, not just Seedorf. But I think he's sort of a mishmash of lots of them because he's just so silky to watch, isn't he? Yeah, probably is. Probably is. And that as well. Mid to high boss, is that where I've got him? Yeah, more or less. Nice. Alexis Mac Allister. I thought he was really good as well, actually. So let's talk about how good he was. We need a bigger boss second. A lot of people are saying that. You might be right, I'm just clocking. We might need some more room, mightn't we? Let me just, hang on, we got a high sound chat here. Same as Robbo. Let's face it, the little boss. Where's your mess? And I've got rid of it. Don't need it. Not necessary today. Maka, the unsung hero today. Lots of dirty work. Yeah, I like that actually a lot. And again, I was just about to say, it's kind of become him a little bit. He shows flashes of his quality still. And there are moments where you think he's almost destined to contribute in a bigger way to the actual win, whether it be a goal or an assist or whatever. Never always sort of comes to fruition, but he's constantly involved in us. And some of the passing in around the midfield, I thought he was at the heart of that too. I thought he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant once again. And he's another one. And to be fair to him, his level's never really dipped since you've had the football club. He's been the one consistent high performer week in, week out, apart from 45 minutes against Wolves last season, when he was absolutely abysmal. But outside of that, I think he's been really impressive every single time he's put a Liverpool shirt on, and I think today was no different. Boss from you guys as well, which is nice. I'll straddle him there for now, although I feel like I'm doing myself a major problem by... I'm wasting any time, talking, you know what I mean? What am I just talking for? 1 second, bear with me. I know you can just see me back right now. I'm aware of this. I shouldn't really be fixing this mid-show, but you know, circumstances dictate sometimes. That is not straight at all. David Coote will be fuming with that line. Let's do Dom Szoboszlai. Let's do Dom. Listen, now, this is going to be a good chat. Boss but not booked. I forgot about the booking thing with Mac Allister. Thanks. Again, I apologise for turning me back to you all. No offence. Mac had a great engine today. Yeah, he always does. Dom Szoboszlai. Yeah, I thought he was incredible. And I've used that word 15 times now. I'll try and think of another adjective as time goes on. I thought he was man of the match. Just what it's worth. He was my man of the match today. I won't let that sort of impede on your thinking for later on. But every single blade of grass, and I said in the previous show about how we harried them and rushed Man City into mistakes and thinking they had no time on the ball whatsoever, and so much of that was down to him. The pressing, and I know we spoke about his off-the-ball work and his engine and his willingness and desire to run, but that was just there in absolute bucket loads today. And it was actually exactly what was needed in the game, because one thing with City right now is that they're in such a weird headspace and they're so nervous. The last thing they want is someone like him, who's 6'1", absolutely rapid, physical, imposing and constant, and he was all that today. And not only that, some of his in-possession stuff was really good as well. He had a couple of shots early doors, felt like maybe he could have done better with one or two, but was willing to try his luck as well. Honestly, I thought he was brilliant. Virgil Szoboszlai. There's a weird game going on in the chat right now where we're sort of incorporating different things into the players' names, and I'm going to be honest, I fucking love it. So don't stop, because that's a little bit of me, that. Dom man the match, Boss, Hitchin, Dom Sobos. He single-handedly forced them back a few. Yeah, exactly that. Absolutely exactly that. He proper made them panic, made them shit themselves. Marry Me Szoboszlai, You'll Never Have to Walk Alone. Is that the song, Taylor Swift? Or just you proposing to Dom Szoboszlai? Either way, kind of get it. Yeah, you know, not the worst looking bloke in the world, is he? Let's have it right. Dom, I've not even made, after all that, the boss section probably still isn't big enough. But for now, let's throw Dom there next to Grav, but a little bit higher, because I feel like oh, sorry, Andrew. Sorry, it is bad, isn't it? It is bad. I'll try and... That looks a little bit better if we just do that. Yeah, slightly better, I think. Let's do... Who's next? Mo Salah. Let's get the negative one out of the way first with Mo, shall we? How's he missed? How did he miss? I would have lost everything I own on Mo Salah scoring that goal. But he never. And then he made up for it later by scoring a penalty. So all's well that ends well. Benny, not anymore. Yeah, exactly that way. And I'll be honest with you, same. And there's a strong chance that that's a possibility if they ever were to meet. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, he is that. Mo on the Mo scale was a sound, high sound. Oh, we've had our first shout for a sound. We also had a boss, we had a Hugo boss. Doesn't make loads of sense, but goal and assist. He's got to, man. You know, it's so funny, isn't it? Because somebody a minute ago suggested a sound, high sound for Mo Salah, which, you know, I didn't laugh at, I didn't dismiss out of hand instantly. And then you remember, we won 2-0. This man got the assist and scored the goal, ladies and gentlemen. Missed a big clear-cut chance whilst he was at it, but still constantly tormented Manchester City. Could have had about 15 fouls in the first half, but for some reason, we've gone back to the days whereby, if we ever left them, Mo Salah is incapable of winning free kicks from English Premier League referees. God knows why. The assist, the penalty in itself is clearly incredible. Unsavable, pretty much. It finds a very bottom corner. Keeper goes the right way and still can't get there. So that tells you all you need to know about the pen. But the assist, the vision, and then the execution to pick out Gakpo. Because it would have been easy for him to try and score himself there, Mo, let's be honest. Especially when you're that good. But yeah, I thought he was just sensational. And again, walks away, having won the game for us, does the post-game interviews because he is that guy. He is that guy. You might even think he was that good today. Goal and assist. Argue with it, because I can't. I cannot. He goes into boss, and a high one at that. Cody Gakpo scores the goal. Probably another one like Dom, who it felt like had multiple and ample opportunities to score. He has one when he cuts inside off one of our counter-attacks. We win the ball in transition, we get the ball out to Gakpo. Cuts inside, finds the keeper. Good strike, well hit, but again, straight to the keeper. And then there's one, not long after we score, I think. Yes, it does, by the way, quickly address that. Not long after we score, when it breaks him inside the box, and he just gets under it, he kind of scoops it high into the cop, which is a shame, because that was the minute when we had our foot on their throat, and it felt like we could do anything at that point, that they were powerless to resist, and it could have been 3-4 inside the opening 20, and he was at the heart of a lot of that. And probably felt like he could have 1 or 2 himself, to be honest with you. Gakpo boss. Gakpo's the best 6-yard finisher, better than Jota in my opinion. Okay, don't hate it. Gakpo on City, we're back again. Gakpo boss, same as Joe Gomez, keeps getting better. Unfortunate not to get a second. Yeah, that's a bit of a, I like that point. Hot boss, cool boss. Okay, we're going a different way with it, Regina. Somebody said the same as Gomez. Unfortunately, I don't really have the room for that, so I'm just going to slot him in there. That is the beauty of these squares. I've said it before, but Tetris vibes going on. Yeah, his touch is immaculate. There's one, I think Trent switches the ball out to him, and he's under a little bit of pressure. Maybe Rico Lewis again out there, or Kyle Walker, one of them. And Gakpo controls it like the outside of his right foot, and it's, oh, God. You do something to me. Louis Diaz. Cody's honestly man of the match out, says Robert. Well, we'll deal with that in a second. For now, let's just do Louis Diaz. In the 9, Louis Diaz makes the penalty, wins us the penalty. Yeah, just so alert to that situation. Capitalises on, again, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of dallying from the Man City defence, and you can't do that with him around it. You can't do that with Liverpool full stop, because we'll press the life out of you, we'll swarm, we'll be all over you, like that cheap suit that I referenced earlier. But Diaz is the last person you can afford to take a second with, because he will not give you that second to settle at all. And he nicks it, drives away, gets the ball ahead of Ortega, knocks it round him, buys the pen a little bit, but listen, nailed on penalty. Once you're Ortega and you've committed, you've thrown yourself at Louis Diaz. It's just a nailed on penalty. You just can't do it. Pam Donald says Lucho boss next to Robbo. Lewis Diaz boss as well from Christopher. Kept putting City back. Boss. Yeah, again, the press we already mentioned, he was properly involved in that, because he always is. Nico says just a nightmare, hard work never stops. Boss line maybe not his best. Dances with Walker. Okay. Looking for work all over the pitch. Yeah, that's a great point, Gino, by the way. That's what I love most of all about Louis Diaz. And there's a few that fall into this category with Liverpool, by the way, not just him. But yeah, he never shirks, never ever for a single second shirks. He was just commitment to the cause, 100%. And again, you could say that about all of them, but in terms of how it looks on the eye, he's front and centre of that. So yeah, I'm with you all. Don't think it was his greatest day, but does not fall below that line for me, personally. Let's do some subs. Jurel comes on, Harvey comes on, that was nice. Darwin Núñez comes on. And Curtis. Let's do Darwin. He's just good fun, isn't he, Darwin? I did love the defensive actions towards the end of the game, I really did. And you know what, this is a great, I was going to say, like, encapsulates everything that we want, everything we would be playing for Liverpool in terms of the effort and the pure joy of doing it, and just the overriding sense of, like, how up for it you are. We'd be all of that if we were on that pitch. Darwin embodies all of that when he's on there. He's not anything like a defensive-minded player. He clearly does it because he's willing to, you know what I mean? But that isn't his way. That's not who he wants to be as a footballer. And yet still, when he makes defensive contributions, it's almost as if like he's been playing centre-half for 15 years. And it's like his bread and butter and what he does for a living. Just boss. Cracks me up, boss. All heart and legs, love him. But okay. And the slide tackle was just... He was offside once and then missed a chance with offside because of course he did, because, you know, Darwin Núñez, isn't it? Can't put Darwin below the line, boss. Núñez, boss, felt like he just took the piss out of City. Yeah, he was revelling in what was going on at that moment. Let's whack him there. Love you, Darwin. Joel Quanta. I'm not going to put him below boss. I don't care what you all say. And there's that run he does down the right-hand side, by the way, not long after he's come on, as a right-back. But I love that, and Robert makes a point here, actually. And you actually make a different point, but I'll bring it up anyway. Because it does help to bring on an out-and-out centre-back against someone like Doku, who is very tricky, very hard to handle, you know, for all of his problems when it comes to his end product, and, you know, he's all fart, no shit a little bit, he's hard to stop. So bringing on a proper defender against him in terms of somebody whose only aim really is to defend, smart, very smart. But I actually think bringing him on, having had such a tricky start of the season, is really, really smart. And in such a pressure situation as well, with like 15 minutes to go against Man City. Yeah, really nice, really nice. And yeah, I think you all make the point there. A right back in the making, possibly. Just nice to have more strings to your bow, isn't it, ultimately? We've seen Joe Gomez. He hasn't sort of been able to play right back, centre back, and of course left back. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, Daniel, I'm kind of with you on that. Let's go there for Javel. Curtis Jones. Save Harvey for last. Curtis Jones, what do we think? What did we think? I'm just going to put him in boss in a minute if nobody says anything, to be honest with you, because, you know, I like the way Slot trusted Javel as well. Not just the fact he trusted him, full stop, let alone to sort of help keep Doku quiet and sort of quell the danger down that side. Just the fact that there have been so many question marks about Slot and Quansah, and is he up to it? You know, did we see the best of him last year? Is that gone now? Not a bit of it. Arne Slot clearly trusts him enough, clearly backs him to throw him on against Manchester City in that absolute powder keg of an atmosphere. Yeah, brilliant. Low boss, Jones boss, running rings around City, taking a piss, made their defence look silly. Yeah, he does like a cheeky near post shot, doesn't he? Yeah, he must give the keeper the eyes when he tries that one. Would have been nice to round it off with a goal as well. Felt like 3-0 would have been more accurate, but there we go. You can go there, Curtis. And finally, he's back. Oh, it's just nice to have him back, ultimately, isn't it? I barely seen him kick the ball in anger. I'll be dead honest with you. The post-game, end-of-game stuff, from my point of view, job-wise, is utter chaos, especially when we beat Man City. So I can only apologise. I will watch the game again tonight, maybe in the morning. But regardless, Harvey's back. And that's kind of all that matters at this point. I haven't read one of your comments. He's going there. Boss, because we've missed him. Yeah, such a wee diamond. Love him. Yeah, same. I'm not splitting hairs about where he's actually going to rank, are we? They're all boss. Boss haircut. Yeah, boss. It's just boss. Boss. Give Endo a boss too. Go on then. Why not? His magnets fell off, which is half a problem. Endo, boss. Trey Ione, Tyler Morton. Get in there, my mate. Look at that. You can go down there. Arne Slot. Nearly forgot to do Arne Slot. Genius. Somebody says genius. I haven't got a lot of room for Arnold. Let's put him there. The boss under boss, that'll do. Now we're talking, man the match. Feel free to tell me if Arne Slot could say something else, by the way. I got quite ahead of myself there. You might have noticed, but yeah. Probably feels about right, though. Man the match, what we saying? Mo man the match at C-Mac. Josh says Virg. Apprentice beats master. Boss for the boss. Sorry, I lost my mind there for a minute. Dom man the match for me, just Arne Slot King. Okay, we do need a new level potentially. Mo, Virgil van Dijk, Szoboszlai. Good day, David. Thank you very much. The man the match is Dom. Thank you. Thank you for your input right there. Dom. See, I'm a little bit biased in all this because I personally went for Dom earlier. So it probably is, I'm not in the best place person-wise to actually give this. So what I'm going to do is, I've done this for a few weeks, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to look at the comments come in, and like the next 15 comments that I see, I can see them all now, and I've got a sort of somewhat of a clearer picture as to who it should be. Whoever, I am, it's Virg, nice Wayne. Whoever I see most of all, like the next 15, that will be the answer, okay? So let's go now. Tyler Morton's a good shout. DJ Marky, yeah, didn't really think about him. Has to be Mo, Dom, absolutely. Give it Dom, Sobo. Well done, everyone. Dominik Szoboszlai, ladies and gentlemen, man the match after Liverpool beat Manchester City 2-0 at Anfield. That's right, Liverpool beat Manchester City 2-0 at Anfield. And I've said this 15 times in the past hour and 20 minutes, but it's worth repeating. We were miles better than them. Gulf, ironically. There was a gulf of class between us and Manchester City today at Anfield. Just ran all over them, swarmed them, suffocated them, didn't let them breathe. Just better all over the pitch from minute 1 to minute 90 odd. Could have been more, should have been more. The only frustration really from today is that it wasn't more, honestly. And it's not often we can stand here and say this post a game against anybody, let alone Manchester City. So yeah, phenomenal. Liverpool Football Club, Arne Slot Reds, phenomenal. But you know who was better? Tyler Morton. No, I'm joking. It was you guys. Thank you so much once again, all day long, for doing this bit, the last bit, the bit before, and the bit before that, which was ages ago. Thank you very much, everybody. Honestly, Hitchin Baz with a super chat. Let's just see what this one says. So we Hitchin. Slot is higher than Boss. Best start in history. Up there with the best. Man the match must be Mo. Well, you're too late on the man the match front, so I can only apologise for that. But as for Arne Slot, I can fix that. There you go. Yeah, Liverpool Football Club. What a time to be alive. What a time to be red. And yeah, come and get involved. Get involved any way you can. But if you do want more Red Men Liverpool content in your life, head to mnplus.com, sign up in whatever way you want. I will tell you now, though, if you are such inclined, then do so using the code TOP when you can become a captain yearly, because you get it for half price. It's Christmas, times are hard. If you want to save some money, go and do that. If you want to save some money on Red Men merch, go and do that now as well, because you've got a day or so to do it. Black Friday weekend stuff going on. And after that, you know, the world's your oyster. Christmas time, Liverpool top the league, Newcastle in the week, Everton next weekend. Let's just enjoy it. I know I will. And I will see you all again very soon as well. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, whatever you are doing. Take care. Goodbye. Love you all.